Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist and Spiritual Teacher here. Well, what do you think this is? This is some capsules. They're very dark brown. They really don't have any smell, and I opened one up here and tasted it. It has no taste actually whatsoever. But this is a black walnut hull. The hull is the outside of the actual black walnut. You know, and black walnuts are actually very tasty, the nuts themselves. And one of my favorite cakes my mom used to make me when I was a kid was, especially if she would make it for my birthday, it was the black walnut cake. It was a white cake with black walnuts in it with a crackling type of a frosting on the outside. And I don't eat that now, but it was one of my favorites way back then. And man, I tell you, it's really hard to find black walnut meats whatsoever. I found them on Amazon a little bit, but it's a little bit on eBay, but they're not very popular. You know, as a kid, we used to go out and pick up black walnuts and get a whole burlap bag, and we get $1 for it, you know. The English walnuts, we get $5 for a whole burlap bag full, but we didn't make a lot of money, but we kept us busy, and our dad kept us out there, and we're picking up nuts and that type of thing. And we would go out into the rural country and find rows of black walnuts, and a lot of people actually put them in for kind of like windbreaks and that type of thing. And nobody picked them up because they were too hard to crack. And they are hard to crack, there's no doubt about that. But the flavor is excellent. It's way beyond English walnuts, but really excellent. But they have lots and lots of wonderful health benefits to them, to the actual outer green covering, which can be dried, and to the nuts themselves, and really do a great job. They grow in moderate climates all over the world, whether it be in the U.S. or China, Japan, Europe, India, Russia, Canada, and all over the place. And, you know, all those English walnuts that you get, they take a black walnut stock, the roots itself, and they graft on the English walnuts on top because the roots are much hardier and make for a much better English walnut tree in the long run. Also, the black walnuts are also called Julian nigra. That's the Latin name. The nuts themselves are full of organic omega-3 oils, and if you get the organic type nuts, if you can find them, it's really difficult to find, but they are really good for your cardiovascular system. And full of antioxidants, you know, lots of quinones and polyphenols, and just like green tea does, lots of flavonoids also, and helps to prevent DNA damage and restore and heal DNA damage. So if you have some problems going on, you have disease going on, you might want to eat some black walnuts. It's really good for you. Also helps with herpes and skin outbreaks and sores and cold sores. The tincture of the actual hull itself does a really good job of getting rid of warts too. So if you have a wart on your finger, your toes or something, just kind of put a little bit of the tincture on there. It kind of dries out the skin anywhere you put it, and it becomes kind of hard. Eventually that's going to fall off. So you're going to see after a few days. I recommend using it at 7 to 10 days on the average. You may have to take it longer if you're taking it internally, the whole, especially for parasites. I just had a lady who had lots of internal parasites, lots of worms, and she started taking black walnut hull, and eventually she got rid of them all. Really, it was pretty terrible. So anyway, she finally is in the pink now and feeling good, so that's really good. Also, you can take the tincture of the black walnut hull, and that stops excessive sweating, which is a really good thing too. You know, there's a lot of interesting controversy about the black walnut hull. You get some people say, oh, it doesn't do anything whatsoever, and then you get other people who say it works wonderful. I'm one of these people who would say that it does work in a great way, and I've seen it work. Also, black walnuts are a good source of alpha-linoleic acid, which helps to lower cholesterol. and also prevent cardiovascular disease, strokes, and cancer. Heals sore throats. You can take the black walnut whole as a tea, or the capsules, or in tinctures, and it really does a great job for, because it has a lot of antioxidants. It really helps with any kind of inflammation in the body, so that's really great. Also, like I said, it's anti-inflammatory, and the meats of the nut is really good for that also, and does wonders for the heart and the greater vessels, and soothes away arthritis and joint disease and irritations, and really does a great job in general. But like I said, finding the black walnuts to eat, that's the thing. That's the hard part. I'm telling you, it's really hard to come by. It also, black walnut nuts meat actually helps to protect the nervous system because of all the antioxidants in it, and helps to prevent neurodegenerative diseases. So that's really important. Also good for boosting up the immune system, the nut meats are, and boost up your system so you don't get colds, flus, allergies, and different things also, and prevent disease in general. Also is great for the GI tract. The meat is really anti-inflammatory, as I said, and also is good for the stomach and intestines, and also prevents constipation because they have a lot of fiber in them, and also is a good laxative if you eat a lot of them. I mean, I remember I used to sit down with a nutcracker in a big bowl, walnuts and that type of thing, eat them, and you will, you eat any kind of nut, a lot of them. First of all, I wouldn't recommend that because they have a lot of fats in them. Second of all, they will make you go to the bathroom. So you'll be running to the bathroom, no doubt about it. It protects against plaque buildup in our arteries, so that's really important. The nuts themselves, atherosclerosis material won't build up, and prevents heart attacks in general. That's why I recommend, eating some nuts on a regular basis. I think they're important, and a lot of other people think so too. I got a really nice email the other day from a naturopath from Michigan, and he said, you know what, you and I have a lot in common. That we think the same way about herbs, and also he said he loved what I have in the background here, so that was a very nice compliment. Also, walnuts wholes are antibacterial. They kill staph, and also H. pylori bacteria and gram-negative bacteria, even some types of algae species which are, not good for us. They will kill that also. And it has a naproquinone in them, which is a very powerful agent which kills some of the bacteria. Also, it kills staph infections and other bacteria also, so really good to keep around. Also, it's a wonder anti-fungal agent. The whole is, the tincture, the powder, you can get it as tablets also, lots of different ways. And that same agent, also along with hogwilin, it does a great job of killing any kind of skin infections and fungal infections, and works great for candida also. And it's also works great for athlete's foot, so it's another thing that you can use on your toes and on your feet, and you can wipe that on there and keep it on there, and it does a great job of killing it, no doubt about that. In fact, works just about as well as some of the prescription medications that they use. Great for the skin, heals rashes and bites and acne and poison ivy, eczema, psoriasis, the meat itself I'm talking about, and skin irritations in general because it's actually anti-inflammatory. And finding these nuts, if you find them, let me know because I want to buy some. It brings back memories of my mom, who passed away a year ago. So would love to get a hold of some. Also, like I said, I had a lady with internal parasites, and she started taking black walnut whole and really did a great job. Also, in the Pharmaceutical Society of Australia said it did a great job of killing tapeworms and threadworms and pinworms and roundworms and even ringworm on the skin, so really good. So usually people use the tincture and take it that way, or they can use the capsules, either way. Kills garden pests. You can actually take black walnut wholes and, you know, grind them up and put them out and then water that for 2 or 3 or 4 days, and it really does also kill a lot of insects in general. Helps with cancer in general, and tincture can help with rectal colon cancer, and actually the roots, the holes, and the leaves of the black walnut do a really good job of helping along with cancer, anti-cancer agents that it contains. Also, it blocks potassium and contains a hydrogen peroxide that kills cancer cells. So that's a great way to heal up cancer. It kind of blocks just with the cancer itself. It helps to prevent the potassium working inside the cells. And so use it with caution. It is kind of a toxic agent. That's why I recommend that people only use it for like 7 to 10 days, because it can get, you know, kind of toxic. I don't think it's a good idea to just be popping walnut hull capsules on a regular basis. It is a bit toxic. That's why it works to kill those tapeworms and roundworms and different things. So it's a beautiful wood. They make a lot of different wonderful furniture from it. And it's renewable because they keep planting English walnuts and black walnuts, so it's a good source of wood that can be used all over. And also, like I said, it comes in tinctures and capsules and tablets and powders, and very inexpensive. You can find it for very little. The dose, as far as the tincture goes, is 3 to 5 drops daily. Like I said, the 7 to 10 days. Also, in capsules, take 2 500 milligram capsules. That's about 1,000 milligrams daily. That will really do a good job. Also, the nuts themselves are food. Eat them in moderation because they do have a lot of fats in them. Some people will have nut allergies. I ought to stay away from them. And also, as far as the whole tincture and that type of thing, I recommend that people who are pregnant or nursing or small children not take it. That's for sure, because it is somewhat toxic, and also might interact with some of your medications. So, you know, make sure that you're not on a medication, or do a little test dose to see how it reacts. Finding it, you can find them on Amazon, eBay, the nut meats a little bit, and actually you can find the black walnut whole tincture and powder and tablets also. And you can find it at your health food store. Just about every one of the health food stores has black walnut whole, because lots of people, I find a lot more people are coming down with parasites these days, because maybe it's because we're traveling more. I really don't know. Probably because we have jets and we can fly just about anywhere in a few hours, and so we can pick up parasites and bring them home and end up, you know, people get it at home also, you know. We need to allow ourselves to be very fastidious with our foods and wash them a lot if you're pulling them out of the ground, and make sure that it's not contaminated with anything. And I've never had parasites. Oh, actually, it's not true. I actually had, you know, roundworms when I was a little kid, and they gave me some medications when I was a little kid and got rid of them. But I was always playing in the dirt. So it doesn't, it seems pretty natural, because I was always out, you know, playing in the ditches and playing in the dirt. I loved working in the soil with our garden, that type of thing. So I might have picked it up, you know, as a little tiny kid that way. So if you have kids, also get them checked for parasites. That's a good thing to do. So anyway, have a wonderful day. If you'd like to get a hold of me, my phone number is 831-869-9119, 831-869-9119. My email is drpaulhaider@gmail.com. You can just hit show more down below, and it'll all show up down below, and just scroll down. Also, go to my website at paulhaider.com, www.paulhaider.com. Lots of stuff there, almost 6,000 articles and different things, and all my videos and everything. So you can find everything you want. Recipes also, all kinds of good things. So if you want to connect with me, you can also WhatsApp me and text me. And if you're outside the United States, please email me. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me. And if you have a quick question, let me know. I'll be glad to answer a quick question. If you want to do a consult, let me know. I ask for a $65 donation for that, and that includes an hour consult, and for 1 year you get interaction with me, and we get you on the right track towards healing. That's pretty good way to go, because you don't have to pay anymore, and for 1 year we keep you moving in the right direction. And I've seen great changes in people. One lady I know, Devona Harris, she went from an extra large to a small in about 7-8 months. I mean, wow, great changes. And she had some other disease processes going on, and now she's feeling great. So great things are happening for people. So you want to interact with me, let me know, and have a wonderful day. If you care to make a donation, go to my website. I appreciate that. And the most important thing is to remember, I love you.